Alright, so I have my portable power box. I have attached these wire leads going to it. I'm going to be jumping the sunroof. Up here is the connectors. The ones with the green and black wire go directly to the sunroof motor. And I'm assuming this other one goes to the car, but I've done the test leads on it and I'm getting no continuity of any kind. But we're going to test the sunroof just to see if it opens via the motor, because I don't know if the motor's any good. Alright, so I'm going to try to open the sunroof, because if I reverse the polarity, if I put the red on the black and black on the green, it should open it. Oh. Okay, so it opens. And then if I switch it, red on green and black on black, all right. Well, motor works, so that's a good sign. This is the switch, but I'm trying to figure out, is the switch bad? That I don't know. So I think what I'll do is I will plug this in and then just apply 12-volt power to it and see if the rocker switch functions. Because clearly it's not getting any power from the car. Alright, so now I got the switch plugged in directly to the motor. This is the power lead that goes to the car. Obviously, there's nothing coming out of this, there's no power. The black and red wire is the negative, and the red wire with the dots going on it is the positive. Okay, so red is on the ones with the yellow dots, and the black is on the black stripe and red wire. We're going to test the switch. It's backwards, so I have no idea which way it's going to open. Okay. And now we're going to close it. Okay, so we now know that the switch is functioning perfectly. You know, it's kind of unfortunate that there isn't too many videos on how this is wired. I know that there's a video of a gentleman taking one out of a Cadillac Eldorado and demonstrating how the track system works and all that. But as far as the wiring goes, though, the wiring is very... there isn't a lot of information about it. Because these cars were sent off to a third party to have them fitted with sunroofs, when you look at the factory shop manuals with the cars that are equipped with a sunroof, it makes no mention of how they're wired, because these were wired from a third party. Even the headliner's third party. I actually prefer the factory headliner over this rinky-dinky shit. Like, that's pitiful. But yeah, so at least we now know that the motor works, the switch works. That's cool. So after much dicking about, I decided to just run a new wire into the hole in the roof here. Now, I didn't want to undo the headliner, because this headliner's been in this stretched out, tacked in position for about 50 years or so, and I really didn't feel like cocking about with that. So what I did was I dropped the molding up here and then undid the pillar molding here. undid the kick panel there and just ran a red wire up through the hole here. Here's a closer look under the dash. That red wire that's plugged in right beside the 15 amp fuse for the radio and power antenna, that's the wire that's going up to the sunroof, and this wire has a constant 12 volts going to it. So even with the key taken out and the ignition not turned on, there's always going to be power going to this wire, and this allows me to come out on a hot summer day, open the roof without the use of a key. I've also let the car sit for a couple days and the battery doesn't drain, so I'm pretty much all set in that area. I just don't understand why the aftermarket sunroof company, which is American Sunroof Co., I don't know why they didn't put a fuse right in that empty spot there and labeled it as sunroof. But instead, they decided to put the fusible link wire up inside the headliner where you can't easily get to it without dropping the headliner. It makes no sense, but then again, this was 1970s technology, and yeah. Under the dash I have a fusible link wire here and another one there, but they're all good and I don't know what they go to. I've changed them out anyway and it still doesn't do anything. So the only option was just to tap into that fuse panel there. I didn't bother running a ground wire up because, well, whatever this ground wire is connected to, it's still doing its job. So if I go ahead and I gotta set the phone down for a sec. Alright, so I now have the wire just kind of resting on that. Now if I go and do this, and now it closes. Now it opens without the key. In the screenshot here, I have these two arrows pointing at these wires. The red wire has 12 volts going to it from the fuse panel, and the black wire is dead. It has no power going to it at all. So I ended up cutting that one and then spliced the red wire in so I could reuse the connector. When they put these aftermarket sunroofs in at that American Sunroof company, they really didn't do a good job at this, or probably with this car, because not only do you have two wires that are both black, you don't know which one's positive or negative. You think that they would have labeled under the dashboard what wires indicated what. Nope, they didn't do that. If they're going to put a fuse in that wire, like a fusible link wire, you think that they would put that down where the fuse panel is. No, it's up there. It's right there. And I did not want to mess with anything. I didn't want to take any of the paneling off or anything like that. I just did not want to mess with this headliner because it is not torn. It's not messed up in any way.